828 Find Adventure here. I got some new tires for the Tundra, so let's go check those out. So as you can see, they have a deep tread pattern on the sides. They kind of made the letters stand out a little more. I think it says it has an 18/32 tread depth. It's really deep. It's a really rugged looking tire, but it's not a mud terrain. But it's almost getting there. Now I will tell you, these are 33.5-inch tires. I'll give you the exact specs later in the video, but I will tell you at full lock, in reverse, they do rub right here on this mud flap. Now I could just remove the mud flap, but I'll just heat that up with a heat gun and push it in a little more. I had to do that before I got a lift, and this is with a 2.5-inch lift that I get out of these Bilstein 5100s. So these are good looking tires. Let's go around here. Let's look at the back. I mean, I would love to have 37s on here. I think it would make the truck look really good, but those are heavier tires, and I don't want to put that much of a drag on my gas mileage and my performance. And the price, they're a lot higher. These are running in about 3.25. They did match the price at Discount Tire for me, and they did locate these. I could not find them in my size, 275, 70, 18. So Discount Tire sourced them. Somewhere they had them and had them shipped in. So, you build a good relationship with somebody like Discount Tire, they'll take care of you. Now, one thing is I drive around in the mountains a lot. I do a lot of curves to the right and to the left. That tends to wear on your tires. So I will get back to you on that, on how the tire wear is going, especially on the outsides. So far, so good. I've got the Bilstein 5100s on this truck, so that really helps with the handling. I would say it handles very car-like through the mountains. It is big truck and it is heavy, but it still does really well. And, it takes the curves and, climbing the hills, going down the hills. They do great. And this is just one of the many cool factors of having this big tire on the truck. All right. I looked at 3 tires. I looked at of course, what I've had for the last almost 8 years, the Yokohama Geolandar Geo 15. I looked at those, was thinking about maybe a larger size, but it would probably, I think they only offer it in maybe it's a 35-inch. That might take some trimming, maybe a body mount chop. I didn't want to do that. So I'd have to go with the same size tire. Now, I'm very happy with those Yokohamas. They were great. I also looked at the Discount Tire branded all-terrain 3 Mountain Peak tire called the Rocky Mountain. It didn't really have that aggressive of a tread, which I was kind of looking for. But I did put some feelers out there and got some, a lot of people recommended it. People said they were quiet. People said they lasted. I almost went that route, but I really wanted to go with a little bit bigger looking tire. So the AT3s seem to be a great choice by Falken. These are the Falken Wildpeak AT3s in the 275 70 18. Very popular tire, been around for a long time, great reviews, quiet, but they had a new design come out. So I wasn't going to buy the old one, I'd buy a new one. So I bought I actually went with the Falken Wildpeak AT4s. And I think, you know, part of it was the prices were about the same for an AT3 and an AT4. The Yokohamas were in the middle, and the Rocky Mountain tire was on the low end. Those were about $220 a piece in my size. And then you moved up to the Yokohamas, and you're getting close to $300. And then just over 300 was the Falken Wildpeak AT4s. So I went with the fours, one because it makes good content for the channel and people are interested in it and they want to learn about it, and I like to be helpful. The other thing is, I lost my train of thought. It's the gray hair. Um, so the AT4s. Now let's talk about those a little bit. The AT4s, basically the same size as the Yokohama Geolanders I had, but they came in just a little taller. I think they must be like, I mean, maybe I only had a quarter-inch of room left over before they started rubbing with the Yokohamas in the size I had. But these rub at full lock in reverse, even with my lift, which is a 2.25 to 2.5 inch lift on the front of this Tundra, using the Bilstein 5100 shocks that have an adjustable spring perch. So included with them. So think about that. You don't have to get a spacer put on. You can just have the shocks put on, and they kind of come with that that spring perch that's adjustable. Anyways, back to the tires. So I got the tires, got them installed. Very happy with them. That slight bit of rub, I can either take my front mud flaps off, or like I'm gonna do, I can get a heat gun. I'm gonna heat up the mud flap and push it back in. I mean, it's probably 1/8 of an inch. It just rubs slightly, and if I go really slow, you don't hear it. But if I do it aggressively, like back up, you can hear this grinding on the plastic. It's plastic rubbing against the tire. So there we have it. I went with the Falken Wildpeak AT4s in a 275/78 teens. They have an 18 32nd tread depth. They fit on a 7 to 9 inch rim. I have 18 by 9 inch method wheels. These are an E-load. They have a maximum tire pressure of 80 psi. I guess for towing trailers, you might need to do that, or a Bobcat or something. I'm not going to do that. I do run higher than OE air pressure in the tires to keep them from getting a wobble at about 50 miles an hour. Now, I will tell you that was the case with the Yokohamas, and you'll have to experiment for yourself, but I'm not sure if I have to do that for the Falcons, but I'm still going to run it higher. The E-load tires with a thick sidewall tend to run really smooth with a little more inflation. I mean, they have a max of 80. I'm nowhere near that. I'm just above OE, so I'm good on that. These tires weigh in at 60 pounds a piece, they say. They might be a little heavier. I didn't weigh them, so I don't know. The Yokohamas were in the mid 50 range, so there's not much difference there, so it's not going to make the performance or my gas mileage any worse than it already is. My performance is not bad. My gas mileage is bad, but I didn't buy the Tundra for that. Like I said, they're 33.5 inches tall, these tires. So I know everybody wants 35s, 37s. I would love to have 37s on here. If this was just my around town truck that I just used on the weekends or something, I would go 37s. I would do a body mount chop and a lift and everything, and this thing would look bad. Really awesome. So I didn't do that, but that's where I'm at. I had to be a little practical on here, and I just had to be practical basically. But so let me see what other specs here I can throw out at you. So these are the LT 275/78 teens. In an E class, they weigh like 60 pounds a piece. The tread depth is like 18/32. They have a maximum PSI of 80. They're a good tire. I like them. They seem to be great quality. I'm going to be driving across the state soon. About a 7-hour drive. The long state that I live in. And so after that, I'll do a little short review on how they did traveling and let you know. because right now I don't. I know around town they do great. I've had them on the highway in short distances up to 70 miles an hour. They do fine. They're smooth, balanced out pretty well that I can tell. So, just hang in there for more reviews on them. When I get caught in a big storm or snow or whatever, mud or whatever situation I get in, I'm gonna do a review video on those. So always check my channel. Or, if I review a tire once, I'm gonna do it several times in different situations when those come around. So check back. So hey guys, I hope you liked the video. Again, I'm going to be doing several reviews over the next year on these tires as the situations arise. So make sure you're subscribed or stay tuned for that, and keep checking back with my channel. If you would, hit the like button, comment below, subscribe. It'd be great. It helps the channel grow. It motivates me. I'm selling some merch now. It's kind of just something to do. I was a graphic designer in my old career, so I just know how to do that on the computer. So I thought about doing some shirts. Check them out, critique them, let me know what you think of the designs or the truck pictures that I got on there, whatever. I want to hear your comments below. Anything you got, throw it at me. But anyways, that's what I got for now. There'll be more videos coming, so stay tuned, and I will see you next time. See ya.